Sick. Alright, let me drop this over to the side. Alright, so we're looking at Twitch is good, YouTube looks like it good, and Facebook we should be live. Sick. Alright, man, let's jump into it. Gotta get some materials out. Oh, let's make sure the volume is up. Let me know if you guys can hear me alright. Actually, speaking of, let me make sure that Restream's chat is up too. So give me a quick sec, guys. Restream. Alright, just waiting for this Restream chat to come up, y'all. And I think we should be good to go. Can you guys see that? And can you guys hear okay? Let's see. I think the mic should be good. Well, hopefully we're alright. I haven't done this for a minute, so. Alright, let me jump into the paint mixes. Let's show y'all what you got going on here. Awesome, Tony. Thank you so much. King, what's up, man? How you guys doing, man? Man, I just saw Giannis hyperextend his knee, and I'm so bummed right now. I don't even want to watch the game. But anyways, guys, what's good? We're back. I'm finalizing this pair of shoes now. Last time, I think I only had this one B done. Y'all see this one right here? I want to make sure it's not too bright. Let me back this light up a little bit. So this is the one that I had worked on last time. And now I extended over to another two here. Y'all see that? They all have the little Wu-Tang logos on the inside, like Wu-Tang Killer Bees. Made a Wu-Tang logo as well. And yeah, when I originally planned this, I thought I'm gonna just make like maybe one B here. You know, do the city in the back. So the city, let me show you how the silhouette of the city. That's New York. So this went from being real simple and just doing a bee and a silhouette to now I'm getting into a swarm of bees, dude. But it's fun, you know. It's you know, as I go along, I'm trying to make all the bees look realistic. I'm trying to really emulate them being on the shoe like a real set of bees. You know, if someone were to look down and see your shoes, they'd be like, yo, you got bees all over, you know, like that kind of a reaction, which is hard to do, you know, because you've got to get like little fine. Let's see. Oh, let me just see. Speed infusion. No, I can't see it. Are you being for real now? Follow me on IGM in the building. Quan, what's good? Tony said, hear you great. Cool. What's good, Tony? How you doing, man? And then Chris, yo, bees, that's ill. Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so you're messing with me. All right, cool, man. But yeah, you know, now I'm doing the smaller stuff, like the fine line, really detailing out the... Let me see if I can bring this down a little bit. Just so you guys can get a bit easier of a look there, I think. But now I'm trying to get into the actual inside of the bees, and I'm detailing out the insides. So, you know, using little things like these micron pens right here, the Pigmas. And you know, you can detail out little dots and fine hairs on wings and really get into the detailing portion of doing these bees. Like, obviously you don't have to get like that far into it, but you know, once I get into making one bee and it looks, you know, somewhat realistic, now I've got to follow pattern and got to do all of the other ones got to look somewhat similar to it. So that's where we're at right now, guys. So yeah, I thought, let me just jump on. Let's do another bee somewhere. Now I'm looking at, you know, things like where in this pattern should I make the next bee. I'm thinking, you know, obviously we got to do a bee on this side, somewhere in that section. So I've got this one here. Where's it at? Just throw this to the side. I feel very claustrophobic. I really need a lot more room than this. Okay. There we go. So let's cut this one out. That way we'll have something to focus on. And I'm thinking to have him flying. So let's cut him out. Really just trying to get that outer shell. I think the vinyl got stuck here. I'm not sure. It's hard to see today. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It's a lot of light hitting me. Okay, we're good. But yeah, man. Does anyone have an update on what happened with Giannis, by the way? I would love to hear. After he hyperextended his knee, man, I felt really bad because the good thing is he was walking back to the locker room, so I'm not sure where we went from there. There we go. So it's that easy to get a stencil made, right? It's kind of compare them. These guys are kind of more crawling. He's kind of perched, crawling. Also crawling. So this is kind of nice to mix it up a little bit. Grab one that's a little different, right? So grab that out. I'm going to put that to the side. We got to decide where are we going to put it. Like, exactly. Grab a Q-tip as well. Acetone. Q-tip and acetone here, guys. Because we got to clean that surface first. Alright, and this is just a bent needle. Sick. Alright, so I'm going to cut out this logo here. Let's see. Where's this guy at? Right now I just got him taped on. So we're going to have him be... We're going to have this, something like this. So just so I have an idea, that's where the W is going to go there. So now we can get a better look at where this should be at. See, ideally I'd like it to be somewhere around here. But then this is like a flap, you know, that kind of sucks. You can have them flying this way. What do you guys think? Die Lab, what's good, man? We're back. Let me know where you guys think I should put this thing. I'm thinking it could be, well, let's look at it, like all the locations that I think would be pretty. And then you got to think about panels too. You know, you don't want the panels to be too large. I mean, I did do it on the head there though. So, I do think it should be they should be flying in the city. So either here, that's kind of close to that though. Here. Man, maybe that's the spot. What do you guys think? Right there? Speed Infusion said here. Legacy, what's good? Under the swoosh. Here. Quan, how you living, man? Oh, that's a good question, Quan. I just Googled images of bees, and then I put them on, what's it called? Procreate. And then I just kind of traced out just the outer edges. If I really wanted to get detailed, I'd, keep some of the midsections too. Let's see. Quan said the wing. Right here on the wing. I like that spot too, man. I kind of like that spot. The only thing is when he puts the laces in, depending on how like floppy that's gonna look. That looks low. Man, I almost feel like that should be the spot. Let me know. Wing, you had it right before. I think it's got to be high, man, if he's got to be flying, right? Yeah, Quan. All right, let's go high. I'm going to go high. Now I just got to finalize, like, what spot high. Like, it shouldn't be too close to this Wu-Tang logo here. Something maybe more higher up like this. Low. Oh, dang. Lewis came in and said low no. Oh, man. I'm going to stick with this, Lewis. Next time, bro. So something along that line, right? And you guys see now I'm going to just put this away. I don't want to get this all dirty. Let me take a quick sip. I should probably pre-plan this out next time, right? I like that spot, though, man. Let's see if it falls. It's going to fall a little bit on that little eyelet. But I really like that spot. Okay, let's do that spot. I think we're going to go with that spot. So let's just go ahead and peel it off real light. Okay, I got to prep that spot before we actually start painting. Now, who was I talking to? I was talking to one of these, the artists here, and we were talking about doing the... He was painting on these too. And this leather, man, is I don't know. It's just difficult to prepare. It's not like the usual leather that we work with. So just kind of prepping you guys for that now, because you really got to make sure, at least for this pair of kicks, I would really recommend you prepare them well, because the paint doesn't feel like it adheres as well it usually does, you know. See, I'm also getting the threads there, just because I don't know what spot there we're going to be actually making the bee. I'm just going to clean that whole section off. Kind of rotating at the same time. That looks good. That feels good. Alright, so let's get one more. Since we're going to be working on other panels, right? Again, this is just acetone in here, guys. Something like that, right? So I'm just going to go kind of on the lower end. Just graze it down. Nothing too strong. I don't want to mess the texture up. Just good enough to know I cleaned it, though, okay? Alright, guys. Man, working on two panels, and then one that's kind of floppy like this. Look, there's another panel in between it. There's a foam, so you really got to make sure when you press it down, you try to capture as much as you can there, where you don't get any air bubbles. So I'm going to try to get the head of it as close to the outer panel as possible, just so we don't have a lot to do on the other panel here. Alright, so let's see. Before I peel it off, does that look like a good spot? What do you guys think? Oh, okay. Quan said high grit sandpaper, then acetone. Might be a good idea. Let's see what he... low right there. The fact you pulling all this off gives me hope. What do you mean by that, Dilab? I'm working on some DMPs and the midsole has some nasty scuffs I'm trying to cover. The gold giving me a hard time. Oh man, the Dilab gold is really tough to work with. So if you need help with it, just DM me. I'll help you out with that. I mean, it's not gonna be like the like it's gonna cut 1,000% of time off, but you can cover gold pretty quickly. You just gotta. I think I know what DMP gold it is too. Was that the sevens? DMP sixes, sevens? It's one of those years. All right, I think that's good. Okay, so watch what I do here, guys. This happens a lot because you have all these different panels. So you gotta hold the vinyl yourself. And as I'm coming across to the next panel, you're pressing this part down. Look at what I'm doing with the actual tape here. I'm like pressing down the vinyl and then taking it off at the same time. A lot of people try to pull it off like this way, and it'll pull the whole stencil off, you know, and you'll lose placement. This way helps when you have a lot of small, tiny pieces too, because you're kind of pushing those down at the same time. Alright, so that's probably going to be as close as I'm going to get here with the two panels. Okay. Now I got a lot of like waves and I could see that. We got to cover up everything around it. So let's move this shoe real quick. Last thing I need is overspray on a shoe. That's like the dumbest mistake. I've done that a million times, by the way. So if you've done that, I'm not talking smack. I just done it before, so overspray sucks. So yeah, speaking of overspray, make sure that you cover everything up that you don't want overspray on. Alright, so I like using paper towels. Customs by Kev. What's good, homie? Sorry, guys. I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Let me just mask this guy up, and then at least put down a layer at least. Ugh. I should not have been tricky here and done all three at the same time, but let's see. I think I can pull it off. All right, so that's good. I try to put the tape as close to the B as possible. That way it'll lock it in. It'll minimize all that overspray. So y'all can see like how close I am here to the B. Alright, let's get one more. Alright, so almost done locking this guy up. That looks pretty good. The only thing is, I could see that this vinyl's not sticking so great here. So I just got to be conscious of that. Y'all see it like this panel right here, the two that are not sewn together, they keep popping up. So just got to, you know what I just thought about? I got somewhat of, I don't know. I always think I have a good idea and then it turns out messing up on me, but let's try it. Let's try to clamp this. So then at least it'll have something holding it a little bit. Alright. And let's see if I can get this at a good angle for you guys. That's pretty good, right? Y'all can see that? Sorry, we got a tiny subject today. Alright, now do I care about this thing getting all sprayed? Kinda. I got enough stuff with paint all over it. I should really not care, but I kind of do. Alright, that's good. Cool. Alright, let's grab some paint. Alright, so I'm going to use this ultra white. Oh, that's bright. And that's by Alpha 6. Let's grab an airbrush. Okay, now I'm praying that this airbrush is clean, because I cleaned it. But whenever I go live, it decides not to be clean for whatever reason. Yeah, that feels great. And then I need one more thing. Looking for that inner coat. So this is what I started to use. Where did it go? Of course, it's not on when I need it. LK inner coat. LK inner coat. Got 1,001 things around me, and I don't have that LK inner coat. Y'all see it? No, you guys can't see all the paints here, man. I got like so many paints. Alright, I might have to do it without the LK. Dang, that sucks, man. Sorry, guys. I'm looking for this LK, and I guarantee I'm going to find it midway through, so... Oh, here it is. Sick. Whew. It fell. Crazy. Y'all see that? LK inner coat? For use with stencils. Alright. So let's drop some of this in. And I spoke to Jeff on how to use this the other day. I was like, yo, before I jump on and use this again and feel like unsure, let me figure it out with you. So, alright. So hopefully we can get a little bit of this in here. Oh, sick. Cool. I don't know, it's like 6 drops, 7 drops. And I'm going to drop just a light layer on now. I'm going to check to see if it's working first. Cool. Alright, let me see. Let me just kind of jump up. Just a real light layer. I lay it down like that, like top down, because that way it really gets like a nice flat surface. So oh yeah, DMP 6s. That's what it was. Exactly. Those are dope shoes, man. I like the black and gold on that. Lab's back. Gotcha, Quan. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just go silent, guys. I'm reading your guys' comments. Quan had a great point. He said that he needs advanced help with Procreate. I've had it for the last year and can do minor and some major stuff, but needs a lot more work. Dude, I'm 100% there with you, man. I'm still learning myself. So let me just get a little bit more confident in it. And like I said, for the Patreon guys, man, thank you guys, by the way, the Patreon folks. I appreciate you guys. And, man, I almost forgot. Give me a sec here. Look what just came in, yo. I'm super excited to show you guys this, man. Alpha Flex whole starter kit just came in. So this is going to be for the 50 follower giveaways for the Patreon folks that are in the giveaway tier. This just came in. I'm so sorry. I know I told you guys like last week that we're going to announce a winner, but I was waiting for the actual paint to come in. All right, guys. So thank you guys. Everybody who's in the Patreon group, patreon.com/feelgoodthreads. I'm going to be teaching you guys all of the, details and stuff behind the detailing behind all these bees and how to get really good at portrait work. So if you guys are interested in that, that's coming up very soon. I promise you guys. I'm so sorry that we haven't announced a winner. I'm not trying to lag on that, and I know you guys have been hella patient. All right, so giving one more coat here. And I think that's good. You know, I'm gonna give it in like 5 minutes. I don't know, maybe not even 5 minutes to dry, man. Quan, I hope you win too, man. I really appreciate you guys, man, for real. Yeah, I'm so happy that that just came in, dude, because you guys have been asking me about this stuff. And then the other day, they just announced that they had an airbrush line. So I'm excited to see what the airbrush line. It's called Alpha Air. And they have a glow-in-the-dark paint that's coming out, which I'm like, sweet, dude. That's a big win, man. I'm excited to see some glow-in-the-dark paint, especially if it's like airbrush ready to go and you can just drop it in and use it. So, yeah. So what else we got? We got people else in we got some killer bees in the building, right? Yeah, but Quan, that's a great point, man. I'm gonna definitely look to do something Procreate wise as well. Dude, Procreate seems like it has so much potential if you know how to use it. So I'm definitely right there with you. Customs by Kev. Custom by Kev. Do you also do Gracie? He's talking about the Yeezy Zebras that I did. We did like a dragon on the side, and he was a Gracie fighter. And is that I believe it's Brazilian? Is it Jiu-Jitsu? I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Kev, if you can clarify for me. But anyways, it had all the Gracie logos on there, and so I believe Customs by Kev is also Gracie, huh? Quan, you've been using this intercoat before? I'm excited to really give it an understanding shot at like exactly what it does, because when Jeff was telling me, like, I'm gonna shoot it one more time just to really lock it, but when Jeff was telling me about how it seals all of the edges around the bee, so you get less overspray that shoots underneath it. That kind of got me intrigued on how to really use it. You know, that's cool. So that's just letting you guys know. I haven't even told you guys why I'm using that. Where did it go? This intercoat here. The reason I'm using this first is because it's supposed to lock in just the surrounding area, so you get nice sharp lines when you peel the stencil off. Now the other thing though is I've peeled the stencil off before, and I feel like the leather doesn't really bond so well with this. Well, not this paint, but just paint in general. So I'm just gonna do this very lightly, and hope for the best. It could also be the stencil too is very sticky, and that's because it's been very hot here lately in LA. You know, the weather's been like up to 100 degrees. I think 110, 105 in some spots. It's nuts. All right, so I just cleared out the inner coat there. Dropped a little acetone in there just to clean it out. Dope. I'm going to take all that acetone out. Clear the airbrush gun here. I wish I could put this somewhere where y'all could see it. See if it doesn't come out. Might be a clog. So what I usually do, just to try to clear that clog up, I'll take the back end here, loosen it up a little bit, and then I'll start to take the needle out, like pull it back, and then poke it back into place. Just a couple of times I'll do it. That'll like break up the clog in the front. And then I'll lock it back in, and then let's test it again. See? Easy way to just unclog that airbrush in case you're a beginner or just interested. Now I'm gonna just drop this. This is Alpha Flex by Alpha 6. Let me drop this in. By the way, if you guys want some of this at a discount, you can. I'll put my link up for it, and you guys can use the discount code is feelgood. Oh, I might have put a little too much of that in there. Probably put like 6-7 drops. All right, let me jump on this again. I always test it on a spot other than where you're supposed to shoot. That's cool. Just so you make sure you don't like splatter something on there. I'm shooting a little tight here because there's a little gap in between here. So I really don't want a lot of white to get inside of there. It's another reason why I'm shooting it straight up. I think I mentioned this before, it's almost like the beginning of a snowfall. Just lightly misting it. Okay. You'll see right there? White has a lot of pigment in it, so sometimes what happens is that tip gets clogged right afterwards. So you want to just clean off anything like right away. If you don't, it's going to dry. And then it's going to clog up your nozzle there, it won't shoot. Speaking of nozzle, let's clean that real quick. I could see there's like a bunch of residue around it. So I'll grab a Q-tip, a little acetone there. And I'll just give it a quick brush up. Actually, you know what? Let's just pull the trigger back a little bit. Let's do it again. You can see all that mess on there, see? And if you're shooting white and you've got black speckles of paint on the outside, it's going to shoot on your shoe, so probably a good idea. We'll clean that, right? There we go. So you want to make sure that's cleaned. Let's put that trigger back. I mean the needle back there. There you go. Cool. So that should have given it enough time to dry. Let's go ahead and do another coat real quick. All that and then it it stopped shooting. That's awesome. Alright, let's test this out down here. Great, it jammed. Crazy. Okay, let's fix this. Need to get a little container. Let's move this airbrush out the way. Here we go. Okay. Just take a little bit of acetone. Just gonna dip the front end. Load a new ball. try this Q-tip again. Pull the trigger back. Alright, let's see if that worked. Still feels rough around the edges, but might do. Alright, that's good enough. Cool. Alright, let's start adding color. Yeah, this is definitely something wrong with it. That's funny. Customs by Kev. I just read what you read. Yeah, it's probably what he was doing. Is he was probably wearing them in competition. Like he probably wore them in, right? It's kind of dope though. I like that. On the other side was a tiger. Was it Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? That was that theme. Oh, the tiger was on the other side pouncing. But yeah, man, that client is a good guy, man. He's a nice. Haven't talked to him for a minute, man. Hopefully he's doing well. All right. I'm just cleaning the entire thing out now because we're done with the white. I'm gonna jump into other colors. Josh, what's good, homie? Chesler Customs in the building. Alright, let's take this apart real quick. I could feel that there's something holding this brush back. Where's that tool at? Let's go. Alright, cool. Needle looks good. Take this little guy out. So this is usually the culprit right here. Y'all see that? I think I told you guys earlier, white has a lot of pigment to it. That's why it covers well, because it's very kind of solid. So it clogs this little nozzle up sometimes. So let's clean that out real quick. Alright, so I got acetone here. Let's just drop this bad boy in there for a sec. There we go. Just fish it out. Cool. And we need a little napkin. Make sure y'all see this. This is an interdental brush that I'm using here. Fits perfect in this. Grex nozzle. It's almost like brushing teeth. There you go, cool. Now what I do is I'll take the needle and just poke through it real light, because when you do that, you could see if that needle comes out with any paint or if it's clean. See, so it looks pretty clean. Let me just look through that little, see if you could see a little white circle through that. If not, it's because probably not aiming it right. Oh, there we go. I think I got that. Look at that. Steady hands. Y'all see that little white circle? That means that's cleaned. Alright. Now, if you're still having problems with that, you might have busted the nozzle, the tip, because you like slammed this needle through. I've done that before. And there's no real fixing that. You're going to have to get a new nozzle tip, okay? Let's put that back together. Before I do that, though, let me just check on the inside here. I'm sure there's a little bit of nonsense we got to clean up in here. Let's see. Alright, so this is what I like about the Grex is you can take this off. And it's a lot easier to see what you got to clean up in there. This is like if you really want to thoroughly get in the airbrush and clean out all the junk. You're having some kind of issue where it's not shooting. This is when you want to go like to this extent. Generally though, like if your paint's thin enough, you shouldn't have usually problems. But every now and again, you know, it can still get jammed. So this is what I do to really alleviate any issues. Get all the way back down to square one. Square one is always good, right? Right outside the box. Alright, back in here, the needle. Dropping all the way through. As I'm doing that, look at what junk comes up. Oh, see all that? That all needs to be cleaned out. Look. Grab a napkin, I'll show you. This is all still in the airbrush. Let's show you the gunk that's left over. And this dries in the airbrush, and you don't get that proper trigger effect when you pull the trigger back. So that's why you got to make sure this needle's nice and cleaned. Y'all see all that? Yeah, I mean, I have to at this point, right? Lantern 818 said, "Way to turn that set back into a great, good cleaning lesson." So yeah, I mean, it's at this point I gotta clean it, and we've, you know, if we want to keep going, so let's just we might as well turn it into a lesson. Somebody will benefit. I guarantee you, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, cool! I didn't know how to do that," or "I was interested in getting an airbrush, but I didn't know how to clean it." So you never know. This might be the reason. I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? Heck, when I ordered my first airbrush, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just bought it. I was like, oh, it was like $200. I'm like, 2 bills. Worst case scenario, I lost 2 bills, you know? I'll sell it. Get back a bill. There we go. I think we're straight now. Sorry, guys. I know that took like an extra 10 minutes, but somebody out there Somebody out there might appreciate it. All right, so just by hand, I'm putting it back together here. This is the little wrench it comes with, so don't over tighten it. I've done that before and broke the nozzle too. So just, you know, you want to tighten it just to the point where you could feel like, okay, there's, you know, no more give there. That's good. Let's put the needle back in here. That's good. And you want to make sure when the needle comes out, look, should come out to a point where, like, yeah, that looks, I would say like a 1/4 inch maybe, you know, outside of the nozzle tip. If it looks like it's less or more, this needle here has to match the same size as the nozzle tip. So if you have like a 0.3 needle, you have to have a 0.3 nozzle. Okay, so just for some people who are looking for replacements or whatever, those got to match up. You know, it's like a person wearing a size, you know, they're a size 30 waist and they wear a size 40 waist. It doesn't match up. It's gonna look funny. Same thing with this. So nozzle and needle got to match up. All right. Check for the needle. Just make sure that the needle doesn't have any kinks in it. Don't throw away any needles that you have that have kinks in it. See, this one has a kink in it here, and I use that for actually like cleaning the inside of it. I'll poke, and it's kind of like has a almost like a spiral to it, so it kind of like cleans and digs out little pieces that might be in there. Okay, let me knock this out, guys. Sorry, man, that was definitely a setback, but we got to be productive while we do it, right? All right, so jump back on that. All right, 2 main colors, right? Let me show you guys the main colors. Let me take a sip of water too while we're at it, just to remind you guys where we're at. I needed that taste. Well, duh. They're bees, right? Talking yellow, golds, taupe, all kinds of different colors that could be. But I gotta get them close. So let's use the same colors I used last time. Okay, so I used a little bit. So we know we gotta have a black and a yellow effect in the background. So I'm going to pull out another airbrush. Here it is. I remember putting it somewhere around here. And I want to start with just a base layer. Okay, please work. Let's test this out. All right, acetone in there, okay? If it's spraying through, that's a great sign. Let's see the pattern on the inside. Hear that sound at the end? Kind of like a like a toilet bowl is done. There's some kind of a sound at the end that triggers, you know, yo, that went through fine and it has a good flow. So it seems like this brush should work. All right, I'm gonna say should work. All right, let's drop some yellow in there. I'll drop, well, got some DTRT. Let's do this. DTRT, do the right thing yellow. And what I'm going to aim to do is look to, probably going to have to make him look something similar to this bee here, because he's on the side as well. All right? So yellows, taupe, blacks, whites, grays. Those are the kind of colorways and color paints that I was looking at when I made this particular bee here, okay? My bad, Fernando. Give me a quick sec, okay? Sorry, guys. I just noticed I haven't even answered any of these questions, man. Let me take a quick sec, guys. I'm going to answer these questions. Otherwise, it gets, like, way overboard, and I miss you guys, and then Speed Infusion gets on me the other day. He's like, bro, somebody asked you how your day was and you didn't answer. And I'm like, dog, I just missed it. My bad. I didn't mean to. Oh, here's a mouse. All right, let me just scroll up real quick, y'all. Give me 2 minutes, man, and we'll jump back on. Okay, so we talked about Customs by Kev in the Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Okay, cool. Let's see. Rainin, I say it on IG, so I'll say it here to the entire fam. Thank you. You've helped me become not just a better artist, but better at the craft. Every post I get something, and it shows me what I can do as to improve. That's awesome, man. You know, it's great to see just a lot of positive people in the group, man. And we all as artists, you know, you guys have told me so many different things and suggestions too that have helped me get to where I'm at now. Like I was, to be honest with you, intimidated of painting bees on these shoes. It's just every time I jump on one bee, there's a potential to mess up. So, and at the same time, I get more and more courage every time I fulfill something that's more and more complicated in, you know, in my skill level. So just aim for that, man. That's I think, you know, you should thank yourself too, man. A lot of it is just you continuing to do what you're doing, Rainin. So much love, man. JP Edits, what's good, homie? Keep grinding so I can keep copying. This is like a dream. Nah, man, it's all love, bro. This is great times. You know, I'm glad to see that we all have a passion for not only sneakers but painting on sneakers and art. It's a lot of fun for me. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, yeah, I get to chill and paint. Like, how cool is that? Dilab, you got a Customs by Kev asking you a question, bro. Send a pair over. The Marbleizer treatment, homie. Fernando Fonseca, new share, brother. Love your work, very professional. Been watching for a while. So do I buy this new Alpha 6 Corporation leather paint or it sticks to Angelus? Love your work, keep it up. You know, they're two different companies, Fernando. I was sent this set because I just got a lot of people asking me about it, and I asked them if I might be able to test their sets out. So I'm fairly new to it, but I will tell you this. So far, like I've been doing scratch tests on the bees and everything, because I don't want to give a pair to somebody who is going to get it and then the bees start scratching off. It's embarrassing, right? So yeah, I mean, I've tested it and everything so far has been good, and it's been the base. You know, I just use it as a base. I don't have enough colors yet to do the whole bee in all alpha colors, so I'm using kind of like just a mix of whatever I have, and then after that I'm going to be coating it with this LK scratch resistant sealer. This one is a matte. They have different finishes, like you can get glossy, you can get what's the other one, not matte, I want to say flat satin, maybe, I don't know, it's one of those. There's several different finishes, but yeah, I mean, as long as I feel like the paint is durable is my thing, because I don't want somebody to walk in some shoes and then, you know, be embarrassed. It would be embarrassing to me too, you know, if a bee scratched off. So yeah, I've been using it so far, and you know, this is one of my first projects. But you know what? Speaking of, man, let me. I'll send you guys a link right now to it, because I have a discount code too. So give me a quick sec. Alright, I gotta get off the YouTube channel. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Here it is. Oh, perfect. It has a discount code and everything here. Sorry, Fernando, man. I was just so busy into the custom, I didn't see you asking about it, man. Let's see, did that work? Gotta go back to that restream. Alright, dope. Alright, I'm really close to getting it to you, bro. There you go. Cool. Buy Alpha 6 paints here. That's the link. And then, yeah, use Feel Good for a discount. So if you guys want to try this paint out, like I said, there's going to be an airbrush version of it. I'm using this through an airbrush right now, and it has no problem, as you guys could see. You know, I think that whatever airbrush one they have now is going to be thinned out a little bit more. But even with the one that I'm using right now, it usually doesn't have any issues for me. So let me jump into the next couple of colors. So I know we had this taupe as well. So let me see, where did that taupe go? Here's gray taupe. Dope. Okay. So I'm going to get kind of close. And then I think I had a mustard too. Mustard. Calling all mustards. There we go. Dope. What I like to do is just interchange colors here. Let's make sure you guys can see that. That should be like more than enough. And again, I'm going to stand up for this, guys, because, well, actually, you know what? Let me see if I can angle this. I'll probably be able to move this in a section where both of us can see it. Well, that's bright though, huh? Let's see if I turn this off. I could turn the warmth down on that. There we go. Okay, let me test this out real quick. It's a scratch piece. This is why I tested out. Y'all see how it's splattered right in the beginning? Yeah, this is why you put it on a sheet. Cool. So that feels right. All right, let's see. That bee has a yellow head. Body's also yellow. Okay. I feel like no matter how I do this, there's going to be cleanup. Alright, so that's like pretty heavy yellow there. I'm going to add a little bit to brighten it up. If I could find that other brush. Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is, right in front of you. Like sitting right directly in front of you. Feels right. Alright, now I'm going to add some of this DTRT yellow. Just a little bit to brighten it up. Three drops. Alright, now let me close this. I've been having a leak on this airbrush. I'm pretty sure it's this airbrush. You hear that? Stopped. Thank God, peace and quiet. Alright. Let's test this out. That looks good. now, start to pull other things off here. Should have probably not even kept these in, but I wasn't sure whether I should or not. This is just the inside stencil. It's kind of nice though because it left a little bit of a raised effect. Cool. Just a stencil too. Let me see. This is why I don't like to leave stencils on the inside, because sometimes you like leave them and then you start painting and painting. You can't even see if it's a stencil anymore. I'd rather just freestyle the inside. Alright, cool. Alright, now it's... Should we pull it off? Let's get into a little bit of black. I'm just going to interchange this yellow here. Let's take the yellow out a little bit and drop some black in there real quick. Now, ideally, I'd add a third airbrush in the mix. That'd be the easiest route there, but you just added a couple of drops. It's not a big deal. Huh. That's not working. Where's the other black at? So many options, bro. It's crazy. That's right. I'm using Alpha Flex. This is the jet black, and I'm gonna drop it in. I'd say like 3 drops in there. Again, I don't want to waste a bunch of paint, but you're gonna waste paint regardless. Just want to minimize as much as you can. All right. This is what happens when you don't clear it out all the way. Now you can see that there's that's almost like a blend of the two, right? It's like a greenish brown. So let's see here. I'm gonna bring the other shoe over so we have something to look at. The closer I get to that, the better. Alright, so eyeball is on the inside, curves down and then out. Okay, his feet and legs are all black. Real light pressure on the trigger, guys. I'm not going hard at all. I'm just trying to get a little bit of paint on it to start mapping colors out. Mapping colors out will help you determine body proportions, where people's eyes are from one another. Everything that you do color wise will help decipher to get it to look more and more realistic. Alright, so his then of course the stinger is black, yellow and white, yellow and black. Switch up. This is mustard. So just adding like a little bit of texture and detail by like changing up colors. Going back to black now. I gotta remember I have this Wu-Tang symbol that's gonna be right here on the tail end as well. Let's see where we at with that. Okay. I'm just getting really close as I'm doing the stinger here. As I'm doing it, I'm taking off any excess paint that's there, okay? That keeps everything real clean. GTC Reels, what's good, homie? You're up late. Yeah, no problem, GTC. I just saw the stencils. Actually, it's funny. I was doing some custom stencils for somebody else today, too. Yeah, no worries, man. Hit me up. Fernando, no problem, man. He said, appreciate it, brother. Thanks for everything you do. Absolutely, man. Hopefully that helped you out. Dilab, man. Thank you for watching again, bro. Appreciate you. See you soon, bro. Be safe. Actually, everybody be safe, man. I heard they got that mask mandate back up again. It's crazy. All right, so that's black. Let me see if I'm going to add, I have to add a little bit of black here. Let me see what this is. Is this so hard for me to see now? I don't know if that's, yeah, I think that's paint. That laid pretty thick. Crazy. All right, let's see what that bee's head looks like here. We got to start to put a little bit of character into the bee now, huh? Again, getting real close to the bee here because I'm trying to get a nice thin line. Alright, now I gotta give a combination of different colors in the mid body there. I gotta add a little, just a little bit of something to this wing because it's been sitting here white the whole time. So let me get actually I'm gonna do a combination of mustard and black. So let's fade it out a little bit. I'm just starting with the black because it's already on the brush here. No real reason. So let's switch it up here. Salin, thank you so much for following. Alright, switching up brushes. Now I'm going to give it a little bit of mustard. Go back and forth on it. There we go. See, just me adding the color right now, guys, doesn't mean I can't change it up. This is just giving me an idea of where things are going to go. Just adding a little shadow to his backside. All right. Alright guys, let's peel this guy off and see what it looks like. Whew, what are we in right now? Oh, it's just an hour in? Crazy. I feel like it's been 2 hours already. Stressful, yo. Alright, the clamp. Please say the clamp didn't mess nothing up. Alright, real slow. Okay, it looks like it's gonna peel the whole thing off. When I peel it off, guys, I try to peel it very carefully, but I like to take these off, and then that way you can really concentrate on the actual, subject here. Just a side note, I save these all the time, dude. So, if you guys have a little section, you can stick these, you can reuse them. All right, so pull that off. And now let's see what we got. I'm praying it's not a mess underneath here. This is the thing about airbrushing, is whenever you have things like pockets like this, I mean, it can go any which way, but let's see if we can clean up whatever we need to clean up today too, huh? I always take my time peeling off. Let's go. Let's go. Looks like there's no real overspray that got messed up there. Crazy, right? Very minimal spots. I expected there to be, a little bit of a mess right there. See that right there? I mean, it's because this panel is completely separated, So it's really hard to get it to be exactly where it needs to be. But this is a great start for me, because now I'm looking at it and saying to myself, okay, cool, I can actually map out now. I think even the paint might be dry enough for this. Hopefully it is. If not, I'm going to clog this pen. But now I can start looking into the smaller details, like pressing it down and using my imagination to figure out the rest of the areas where the artwork should be. And the best part about this is, it's intimidating in the beginning, but once you figure out 1B, then you're just replicating the thing over and over and over and over again, So that's kind of where we're at. I think this is a great kind of a base start for anybody who didn't know where to get to making a realistic looking bee. What do you guys think? You can see it, that's the whole point. It's not crispy, it's not here. Let me show you guys the difference. Oh, acetone drop. Pick that acetone up. Look. This is the difference there. Actually, now I'm glad that we put that bee right there, because this bee kind of balances that bee out, right? What do you guys think? Quite a bit of work to get here still, huh? Let's see if I can give you guys a good... And that's not even done. I'm still working on that bee. So this bee ain't done. This bee got a this bee got a minute. This bee's got a minute to go. I'm going to take a quick minute break, guys. Let me know what questions you guys have so far. Quan Webster back in the building, guys. He said, everyone go follow him on IG. Webb's Custom Kicks. Follows back, sir. He said, thank God for YouTube replays. Thanks, man. I know we are up a little late today, man. I apologize, but the game was on, so I was watching, and it's playoff time, man. Sorry. We gotta watch these games too. That's my way of just saying, hey, I gotta appreciate life a little bit, and I haven't watched the NBA season pretty much all year, so it's nice to just actually pay attention and see all the matchups are crazy. I didn't even know that Trey had a backup of Lou Williams until he got injured, and Lou Williams is a hooper in himself, which is nuts. Everywhere he went, even on the Clippers, he was averaging like 20 plus points, I believe. So, the Blaze one, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that because it's, each beat so far has taken me about 3 hours to do. That one took the longest for sure, but I would say that as I get, progressively to the next beat, to the next beat, to the next beat, I'm getting an idea of how to do it a little bit quicker on each one. So I'm not going to say it took me exactly the same amount of time, with each beat, because as I'm doing it, like for example, this one, where are we at right now? An hour and 17 minutes we're in just to prepare the beat. I would have probably done this in maybe 45 minutes. I don't know if I wasn't sitting and instructing and showing you guys how to do it. But, at the same time, I'm enjoying the progress. And I'm really just taking my time and enjoying the ride. I love Wu-Tang as a group. So this is, I got to make sure that this is done right. It's got to be Wu-Tang worthy, right? So, all right, y'all, it's 8:55. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes if you guys have any questions. As the time's going, I'm just going to, just point out real quick, my social medias are all up there. It's actually at Feel Good Threads LA now on Instagram. We might be getting our Feel Good Threads page back soon. It's just up in there at this point. So if y'all haven't followed us on Instagram at Feel Good Threads LA is the new Instagram. Patreon.com. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to continue this whole process through on Patreon. So if you want to learn to get to this point, then please follow us at patreon.com/feelgoodthreads. We teach in-depth technical ways of getting you to become a better artist, or if you just appreciate, the idea of customizing or art, you'll love the channel, I believe. So with that said, I'm going to give you guys till 9 o'clock. I'm going to start cleaning up, man, because I notice that every time I'm done, everything's a mess. I always forget to clean the airbrushes out. See, this is just would have been horrendous to clean out, but I need to take a little bit of a break. So either way, I got to just clean up and be a little bit more organized. And it's, I'd say that's one of the things I got to work on. I'll keep it 100. But it's like when you get into customizing like this, I don't know, you get lost, right? All these thoughts in your head, all these ideas, and where did that go and where did this go? I swear I had that mix. Look at, I still got all these other Wu-Tang bees here. Oh man, I hope he likes this pair, man. I really hope he likes this pair. Nice. Quan, Customs by Kev, man. Customs by Kev is a good guy, bro. Both of you guys are good folks, man. Appreciate y'all. What else I need to say? Oh, Princeton giveaway. Man, I'll announce that next time. But for anybody who's on right now, we're going to be doing a couple of giveaways. Princeton sending me brushes. Actually, Princeton sent me a... Man, shout out Princeton, dude. Should have started with Princeton Princeton sent me so many brushes the other day, dude. Check this out. This re-up was like so necessary, man, because some of my brushes were, oh no, don't drop. Caught that with my legs, yo. Crazy. The reflexes. Oh, those are all loose, but these are my favorite, dude. So I'm gonna go over these right here. These are the 12-0 angular shaders by Princeton. Dude, these are fire, man. I'm so happy that I found these on the site, because last time I ordered the brushes from them, I think I just missed them, but this is my favorite brush. If you guys have to ever pick up a brush, and I'll show you guys on Patreon too how I use this in so many different ways. This brush right here is like, man, this is MVP brush right here, yo. And I'm not even saying that because I'm sponsored by Princeton. I'm saying that because I have that same brush here. Is this it right here? Oh no, this is a new one. But I have that same brush here. I've saved that brush for like 3 years because I just can't find a brush with that same kind of like consistency when it comes to, like, you know, strength, detailing. Yeah, this brush has been around with me for a minute, man. So I'll show you guys how to use this brush next time. 12-0 angular shader, yo. Nice, man. I'm glad to see you guys are exchanging Instagrams and following one another, man. You guys are always here anyways. You guys are always kicking it anyways, man. Alright, y'all. I got one more minute before I bounce out of here, y'all. Thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate y'all. This has been it's been an exciting journey, man. Definitely didn't think I'd be painting shoes for a living. Alright, guys. 9 o'clock on the dot. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys back very soon. I've got a couple of new projects coming up real soon, guys. This one right here, I got to get it all done because he's been waiting for quite some time, and it's a surprise for him. And it was supposed to be just a couple of bees in a silhouette, and now it's turned into a whole hive. So yeah, these probably we're gonna have to finish these, finalize them on patreon.com/feelgoodthreads. But thank you guys again for watching. If you guys want to see the rest of how these turn out, these will be done actually this week. We'll film for Patreon that's this same week on Friday, and then hopefully we'll get these out in about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, when we can actually release on patreon.com. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much again. Appreciate y'all. Have a great night. Peace.